Welcome to the Monday meeting of the Board of Selectmen for October 31st, 2016, starting at 6:30 p.m. I call the meeting to order. The first order of business is on the agenda. We are going into executive session, and then we will come back from executive session to an open meeting. And I call for a motion to go into executive session for the following purpose: to discuss collective bargaining strategy, AFSCME Local 2905, because an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the town, and to return to open session.
I'll make a motion.
I'll give a second.
Motion has been made and seconded to go into executive session. All those in favor say aye, and roll call.
Aye. Aye, Cliff Pierce.
Aye, Bob Mary. Aye, Dave Peterson.
Aye, Joe Perry. Thanks, Keith.
Isn't that one over here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, I don't even.
I was gonna get it later, but I'll forget.
No, that's okay. I don't need to be speaking.
Want a piece of candy?
Thanks.
Coming down here, there weren't many. Here we go.
We've come back from our executive session, and the first order of business, we're going to take a short pause for until the 7 o'clock.
I'll give you the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to take a short pause in our meeting break. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Welcome back to the Board of Selectmen meeting for October 31st, 2016 at the Town Hall. And the next item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll lead it, if you will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the agenda tonight, we have citizens' query from 7:10 to 7:15. I'm going to try very hard to do that on time tonight. And we have general business items, and we have new business, and we have old business, and we have one set of minutes to approve. So we'll go right to general business number 1. And we have a request from Water Superintendent Mary Beth Weiser to appoint Catherine Bento as Administrative Assistant. Letter dated October 25th, 2016 to the Board of Selectmen, Debbie Egan, Town Administrator, Personnel Officer, from Mary Beth Weiser, Water Superintendent, regarding Administrative Assistant. I would like to respectfully request the Board of Selectmen appoint Catherine Bento as the Administrative Assistant. The Board of Water Commissioners voted on October 25th, 2016 in favor of my recommendation to hire Catherine Bento.
I'll give you the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to appoint Catherine Bento as Administrative Assistant to the Water Department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. General business number 2, request from Water Superintendent Mary Beth Weiser to appoint Robert Gray as Distribution Working Foreman. Letter dated October 25th, 2016 to the Board of Selectmen, Debbie Egan, Town Administrator, Personnel Officer, from Mary Beth Weiser, Water Superintendent, regarding Distribution Working Foreman. I would like to respectfully request the Board of Selectmen rehire and reappoint Robert Gray as the Distribution Working Foreman. Mr. Gray worked for the Water Department for 2 years as the Assistant Chief Operator. Mr. Gray is a team player and would be an asset to the department. The Board of Water Commissioners voted on October 25th, 2016 in favor of my recommendation to rehire Robert Gray.
Give you the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to rehire Robert Gray as Distribution Working Foreman for the Water Department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. And for our new regulations on general business number 3, we're reviewing a list of road opening permits for National Grid to open the following roads. 5 Cedarwood Lane to install tracer wire. The road opening permits were signed off by the staff. We're just reviewing. Any comments, questions? Thank you very much. And on to general business number 4, to approve and sign the Massachusetts Cultural Grant Council grant. The town has received a $4,500 grant from the Massachusetts Cultural Council. The board needs to authorize Chairman Perry to sign the state grant form. This is a yearly thing. Let me read the letter. Joseph Perry, Board of Select Chair. I'm going to edit that on the letter. Town of Raleigh, Town Hall, Post Office Box 351, Raleigh, Mass. Dear Mr. Perry, encloses a contract and scope of services for the Town of Raleigh that covers the transfer of fiscal year 2017 local cultural council funds from the Massachusetts Cultural Council to your local cultural council account. for the Raleigh Cultural Council. State controller regulations require state agencies to have a signed contract and signature authorization form on file for all transfers of funds from state to local accounts unless the agency is statutorily released from this mandate, which the Massachusetts Cultural Council is not. The contract includes a signature page with the amount of the allocation, $4,500, dates of service, July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, and a place to sign. You only need to sign it, include an email address if possible, and make any corrections if needed. The second page is the scope of services, which defines how the funds are to be expended following the Massachusetts Cultural Council regulations. Lastly, the signature authorization page is required form for all contracts with the state agencies that clearly identifies the person or persons authorized to sign contracts for a vendor, in this case, your municipality. The contract should be signed with a completed signature authorization form and returned to me by November 30th, 2016. I will not be able to transfer the local cultural council allocation until I have a completed contract package from your municipality. If you or any of your staff have any questions, please feel free to contact me at 617-858-2722 or by email at michael.nagel@state.mass.us. Thank you so very much. Sincerely, Michael Nagel, Fiscal Officer, with attachments.
I'll give you the motion to sign.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to authorize me to sign for the Raleigh Cultural Council grant from the Massachusetts Cultural Council. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. I'll fill in the rest. Thank you very much. And general business number 5, holding to my earlier statement, citizens' query is now open for 5 minutes. General business number 5, appoint Linda Snow and Kathy Cousins as election workers. October 31st, 2016, Raleigh Board of Selectmen, Joseph Perry, Chairman, regarding the appointment of additional election workers. As preparations for the upcoming November 8th election continue, I find that I need a couple of additional hands available on election day. I respectfully request that you consider the following appointments as additional election workers for the fiscal year 16 cycle. Linda Snow, unenrolled, 111 Leslie Road. Kathy Cousins, unenrolled, 11 Cross Street. I apologize for the lateness of the appointment request, but the election itself and early voting requirements specifically seem to be an evolving process. Respectfully submitted, Susan G. Hazen, Town Clerk, Town of Raleigh.
Question, Mr. Chairman, should that be FY17 site? On the third line down on the, just be above the names, because we're in FY17.
I believe.
I think that would be maybe just a Scrivener's error.
I'll give you the motion for, appoint the two people.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to appoint Linda Snow and Kathy Cousins as additional election workers for the election coming up on November 8th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. And that completes general business. We'll move on to new business. We have a letter from Kevin and Palmer Monahan regarding annex parking lot. We have a letter from Kevin and Palmer Monahan regarding the annex parking lot. The board received a letter from Kevin and Palmer Monahan, who are concerned about the drainage from the newly constructed parking lot at the annex. Chairman Perry will read the attached letter. Raleigh Board of Selectmen, this letter is in regards to the new parking lot installed next door to our home at 31 Central Street in the yard of the town annex. We are concerned about the drainage with the lot. We would like to know if the existing soil conditions are adequate to absorb the amount of water created by the new lot and drainage conditions so as not to leach onto our property and into our basement. Just a concern we have and hope it does not occur. Thank you. Sincerely, Kevin and Palmer Monahan. Conservation Agent Brent Bazelak and Highway Surveyor Patrick Snow performed an inspection of the drainage swale after the intense rainstorm of Friday, October 21st, 2016. Chairman Perry will read the attached email message from Brent. Dear Debbie, in response to the inquiry from Mr. Kevin L. Monahan of 31 Central Street, abutter to 39 Central Street, to the Board of Selectmen, I performed an inspection of the integrity and visual aspect of the stormwater swale installed at the down gradient edge of the new parking area located at 39 Central Street. My thanks to the highway crew who at my request used a leaf blower to remove the accumulated fallen oak leaves that concealed the bottom of the constructed swale. The attached PDF file contains images of the swale as inspected at 10:18 a.m. this morning. Note that a number of rain events have occurred since construction of the swale, and recently approximately 2 inches of rainfall fell within a 12-hour period the night of Friday, October 21st. The swale shows no sign of loss of slope integrity, and the upper edge of the berm shows no evidence of overtopping or erosion due to overflows. It should be noted that the swale was installed specifically to intercept and infiltrate stormwater discharge from the impervious parking lot surface and to prevent any sheet flow of stormwater leaving the property and entering the abutting property at 31 Central Street or from flowing onto Central Street itself. All visual evidence points to the swale functioning as designed and intercepting and infiltrating stormwater that flows off the parking lot surface. Attached are pictures that Brent took of the swale. Brent also inspected the drainage system last week and again today. He reports that the swales are working. The soils in the annex ground are appropriate for infiltration. Despite the significant rainfall we've had over the past couple of weeks, there is no indication that the swales in the drainage system are not working. A letter in response to Mr. and Mrs. Monahan has been drafted for the board's review. If the board is so inclined, they can vote to send the letter and authorize the chairman to sign it. Before we do that, any comments, Dave? You
Yeah, Mr.
inspected.
Chairman, I've been kind of involved in that project, and we've had over 8 inches of rain in October, and I've checked that parking lot during and at the end of each of the storms. One storm, there was 4 or 5 inches of water in the bottom of the swale, as it's designed to do. And when I checked at the end of the storm, the water was gone, so it's infiltrating as required. In the event that we get a horrendous rainstorm and the swale should overflow, it will go down into the drain on Central Street, not onto the Monahan's property. On top of that, the Monahan's house is in the back side. It was of the annex parking lot area, which was not touched. The parking lot is in the front part of the field and is sloped towards Central Street, so I don't see any problem with the Monahans getting any kind of water at all. And I would agree with Brent's evaluation here, and I think the Monahans are safe to know that they're not gonna have a water problem there from that. It was designed specifically to handle the water.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
No comments?
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read the letter before you make the, October 31st, 2016, Mr. and Mrs. Kevin and Palmer Monahan, 31 Central Street, Raleigh, Mass. 01969, regarding the Town Hall Annex parking lot drainage. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Monahan, the Raleigh Board of Selectmen is in receipt of your letter from you concerning the drainage from the newly constructed parking lot at the Town Hall Annex. We understand your concerns. The parking lot design included a storm water infiltration swale which collects rainwater draining off the parking lot into the infiltration trench. Since receiving your letter on October 25th, 2016, we've had several days of rain, including an intense rainstorm on Friday, October 21st, 2016. The drainage system was inspected the day of this after this rainstorm and several other times over the past week, including today. All indications from these inspections show that the drainage swale is working, given the significant rainfall we've had over the past couple of weeks. We will continue to monitor the swale after rain activity to ensure that it is working properly. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Joseph Perry, Chairman.
I'll give you the motion, Mr. Chairman, to send the letter.
Yeah.
Bernie?
Yes, is there any information on whether they've had problems with water in their basement prior to the change in the surface? Do we know?
No.
No, we have no information on that.
I don't think they've had problems up till now, have they? They don't say that they've
Not
had.
that I'm aware of.
They don't say that they've had problems at all, so.
It's basically a big field that does absorb the water, and because we built the parking lot there, that's why we built the stormwater management swale, to account for the impervious surface of it. And like I say, the part that's next to their house is still the original grassed area that was there before. The parking lot is closer to Central Street, which is really, doesn't affect their house directly at all. As long as the swale infiltrates the water, it should be no problem.
We have a motion to sign the letter.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to sign the letter to send to Mr. and Mrs. Monahan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that takes care of new business number 1. New business number 2, a request from Michael Hart to lease his local initiative program affordable housing condominium unit at 870 Haverhill Street. Michael Hart is requesting permission from the Board of Selectmen to rent his local initiative program, LIP, affordable condominium unit at 870 Haverhill Street. Mr. Hart is making this request because he is unable to sell the unit because of declining real estate values. He has made this request in the past, and the board has approved it. The State Department of Housing and Community Development has approved Mr. Hart's request for a period of 12 months at rate that does not exceed his expenses. Letter from DHCD is attached. Mr. Hart must also receive approval from the Board of Selectmen to rent. The board will need to vote to grant Mr. Hart permission to lease.
Mr. Chairman, I spoke to the representative from the State Department of Housing and Community Development, and at this point, the market is still topsy-turvy and upside down on real estate, so condominium units at Woodside are selling without deeds restrictions, you know, at a lower rate than what Mr. Hart could sell it, because people would be inclined to buy a unit without a deed restriction rather than with it. So by having the, this rental agreement, we can at least keep this unit in affordable housing status than actually releasing it.
Thank you.
I'll give you a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Allow it to be leased.
Any further discussion? Motion has been made and seconded to approve the request from Michael Hart to lease his local initiative program affordable housing unit condominium unit at 870 Haverhill Street. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you. And that finishes new business for tonight. We have old business. Old business number 1, to discuss Prospect Hill Road project. We need Verizon and Comcast to relocate fiber optic lines contained in one conduit on the west side of the road. The conduit crosses the grass line channels in 2 locations, one near the bottom and the other a little more than halfway up the hill. Debbie is having Town Council Judy Pickett review it. Well, this will be reviewed and we'll get back to the board. Thank you. Old business number 2, assign motions for the special town meeting warrant articles. The board needs to assign the motions to the articles that they will be moving at town meeting. Attached is a copy of the town meeting warrants. Let's see here.
I suggest, Mr. Chairman, that maybe Article 2 will give to Bob Snow, he's not here, so that's an easy one for him to do.
We should give them the hard ones.
Without any, oh, we might do that too.
For Article 2?
Yeah, that's just the one that's the boilerplate one.
Oh, yes. Okay, Article 3, to appropriate the sum, pay for the expenses, I'll do that one. There are only 17 articles, and will the water department be doing 16 and 17?
The water board should be doing 16. The Board of Selectmen, if 16 passes, will do Article 17, which is an amendment to the fee bylaw.
Number 4,
I'll do it.
Cliff. Article 5. Cemetery supervisor. Mr. Mary,
Number 5.
is that all right?
Unless you'd like me to speak to Chairman Dalzell
Yeah, I doubt if he'll do it, so if he doesn't, I will.
or Miss Olmsted.
Yeah,
So we'll put down Mr. Dalzell or Mr. Mary.
Yes, or Miss Olmsted if she plans to attend. She's the 3rd member.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll put down cemetery committee. And we're off to Article 6. Elected town offices to Board of Cemetery Commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, this is inserted by the Board of Selectmen
Okay,
to set the salary of elected officials.
okay. I'll do that one. Article 7, is that linked to Article 6?
It is, but it is inserted by the Board of Cemetery Commissioners to transfer those funds into their wage line.
Okay. So that would be Board of Cemetery? Okay, Article 8. The collective bargaining agreement with the firefighters.
Unless you wanna do it, Joe, I can do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Collective bargaining agreement number 9 with AFSCME. I can do that one also. Article 10.
I'll do 10.
How about Cliff?
Okay, Cliff, I'll do it.
Okay.
We don't want him sitting there not doing anything.
Thank you, Joe.
Article 11, to see if the town will vote to rescind giving back. This is a good one.
I'll let you do this one, Joe. No, give that one, we can give that one to Bob Snow if you want.
Yeah, let's give that to Bob Snow.
So he doesn't feel left out.
And Article 11.
I've been doing the elevator, I can do it. Oh, I had
Wait
11.
a minute, where am
We're on
I?
12, right?
12,
I'll do 12 with the elevator.
the elevator.
So, Mr. Chairman, the Board of Selectmen will be making the motion on Article 13, the Mahaffey Farm restriction. So there's a lot of reading on this motion.
Yep.
I'll do it.
You do it?
Yep.
Thank you. And we're off to 14. Transfer, we're at water.
So, Mr. Chairman, if you could get to page 8, Article 17. That's the next for the Selectmen.
Okay, but the water board will
Yes,
do
we've already-
14, 15, and 16, right?
Yes, we've already allocated them.
Okay. And we'll get to page 8 for Article 17, if Article 16 passes. And
I'll do that.
you'll do that one?
Give the article to postpone indefinitely, which is really close.
Yes, I'll have motions prepared as well for the Water Board too. I'll have their motions ready to hand to you that evening. And I'll, the motion to adjourn, we'll give to Mr. Murray, he usually does that.
Yep.
Then we usually have the motion in the beginning to,
Usually that is Mr. Murray.
Mr. Murray will
Most important ones.
stop the reading. When Sue Hazen reads the warrant,
But we gotta get those, the first couple of lines.
or whatever, yeah, whatever she does, and then you step
Doesn't the
in.
chair do that? No? Do you
We
do
would
that?
like to.
I have in the past, I don't know.
Okay.
The board hasn't selected, I find somebody, but it's up to the board.
Whatever.
Well, I think you should.
Okay,
Is that all right?
yeah.
Okay. So The bulb will open and close. Yes?
Sure.
Okay. Ready?
Do we know how many actually paper ballots would be, how many actual, balloted articles they're going to be?
Mr. Chairman, usually that's a decision with the moderator, that the Board of Selectmen would not get involved in that unless there was a request specifically by the board. But the town clerk and or the moderator would be the ones that have the.
Joan was here last.
She did mention that, yeah.
She did
Well,
mention
well,
that.
normally, it's, if she gets voice unanimous, that's just, she goes along with that. Then if she wants to have a hand count, depending on if it's close, or if someone from the audience requests
The paper.
a paper ballot, then she would do a paper ballot. I do believe she said on the CPC article for the Mahaffey Farm that she was planning on doing that as a paper ballot, just to avoid people having to.
Also on 16, wasn't she?
No, she didn't mention on 16.
Okay.
It was specifically the
The
Mahaffey
Mahaffey.
Farm, she said she would do it, just to keep people from being put in the middle.
Okay.
I
I
think,
mean, if somebody wants to do it, wants to request one, they certainly, someone in the audience can request a paper ballot, and she would, the moderator normally agrees with that request if someone suggests.
Right.
I believe the bylaw calls for a paper ballot with 100,000. If the appropriation is 100,000 or more, it's generally a paper ballot.
Oh, you're right.
Well, unless
I
she gets
remember
a,
reading that.
well, unless she gets a voice unanimous, I believe.
No,
I
I
think in the
think
past,
we need a
people-
paper ballot on that.
We
100,000.
didn't on the fire station.
No?
No, we didn't. As long as it's a voice unanimous. If there's one person says no, then it's a paper ballot.
Oh, okay.
If it's voice unanimous, then she accepts that. Warren Appel always accepted it too.
Okay.
But it has to be a voice unanimous,
It has to be
unanimous
voice unanimous and with no dissent.
vote. We can check with her, I just want to make sure.
Okay. Are we all set? We have minutes from the meeting held at Town Hall on October 26, 2016 at 11 a.m. Vice Chairman Robert Snow was absent. We had a chance to review the minutes. I have a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Motion has been made.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the minutes for the October 26th meeting, 2016 at 11 a.m. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. We have announcements. We have the Fall Trail Cleanup, Dodge Reservation, 390 Weathersfield Street, on Saturday, November 5th, 2016, from 9 a.m. to noon. For more information, contact the Conservation Office at 948-2330 or conservation@townofraleigh.org. Information on Pine Grove School Project is available on the town's website at www.townofraleigh.net. Special town meeting is Monday, November 14th, 2016, 2 weeks from tonight, at 7:30 p.m. at the Pine Grove School. We're having a household hazard waste collection event for Raleigh residents on November 19th, 2016, at the Highway Department garage. The Raleigh Water Department has set a mandatory water ban in place. Outdoor watering is not permitted at all, 24/7. The Water Department customer billing cycle will change effective November 1st, tomorrow, 2016. Meters will be read on or about the first of every month. Details on the change are posted on the town's website, www.townofraleigh.net. The town has the following vacancies: fence viewer, 3 positions; wood, lumber, and bark inspector; zoning board of appeals associate, 2 seats; parks and recreation committee, 1 seat; deputy shellfish constables, 2 positions. For more information on these positions, please contact the Selectmen's office at 2372. The Raleigh Food Pantry is in need of donations. Donations can be left at the Raleigh Public Library as well as at the food pantry. A motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching tonight's meeting.